Welcome to another yoga video. Today we're going to do about a 50-minute class to bring you some energy, make you feel really good. So today we're going to start in Shavasana, so go ahead and unroll your mat and lay down on your back. Just laying down on our backs. Relaxing your muscles here. Just clearing your mind from whatever happened today, or maybe you're doing this class in the morning. So don't think about all the tasks that you have to do later today. Just be here. Just be present. Slowly bring awareness to your breath. Don't change anything about your normal breath, just bring your awareness there. Recognize that your normal breathing is shallow. You might find you're taking in little sips of air. Start to work at deepening your breath. Lengthen your inhales and your exhales. If you find your mind is wandering throughout the class, come back to your breath. If maybe you're in a pose and you're thinking, no, I don't want to be here, stay in the pose and just come back to your breath. Breathe through it. After all, yoga is a moving meditation, moving with your breath. Now I won't be cueing every single breath throughout the class, but I will bring your awareness back to your breath. Good. Now we're going to invite some movement into our body. Inhale your arms over your head. Feel a full body stretch, maybe bringing your feet together, point your toes. Full body stretch from fingertips to toes. Good, and on your next exhale, lift your right leg up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Using your arm strength to pull the knee down closer to the chest. Maybe you feel stuck here, you can't pull any farther. That might be because you're pulling it into your ribs. You can bring your knee out and around, avoiding the rib cage. See if that gets a deeper stretch there. Feel it in your hip crease. And also extend your leg long, your left leg actively. Maybe you will feel a sensation in your hip flexor on the left side. Good. Extend your right leg long. Inhale your arms overhead again. Full body stretch. And on your next exhale, bring your left knee into your chest. Again, you might want to bring your knee out and around, avoiding your rib cage. Fantastic. Again, actively shooting energy through the right leg. If you can't get your full leg on the ground, you might want to flex your toes back towards your face. This gets your calf muscle completely on the mat. Beautiful. Extend your left leg long. Again, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring both knees into your chest. If you want to get a deeper stretch in your hip flexors here, or in your hip creases, go ahead and come up and give your arms a hug. Grabbing opposite elbows. This really pulls your knees into your chest. Keep your breathing deep, feeling your belly rise and fall on your legs. Massaging the ascending and descending colon. This pose is great for digestion. Good. Bringing your legs to a 90-degree angle. Your toes are a little bit above your knees, so you can see your toes when you look up. Arms come out to a T. And on your next exhale, lower your knees over to the right, not quite reaching the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Go ahead and move through this at your own breath. Your exhale's bringing you to the side, and your inhale's drawing your legs back to center. Stomach is in. We're really just awakening our abdominal muscles, getting ready for class. If you're doing this class in the morning, it's a great way to just wake up your body. Good. One more each side. Beautiful. Bring your knees to center. You can bring your hands to the back of your thighs. We're going to do 3 spinal rocks. And on the third spinal rock, just come up to an easy seated position. I'm going to turn to face towards you so you know what I'm doing. Good. Bring your right hand down on the mat. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Feeling that stretch along your side body. Again, breathing deeply. Exhale. Plant your left hand. Inhale your right arm up towards the sky. Good. One more time each side. Again, stomach is in when you're doing this. Good. Plant your hands on the mat and come over to a tabletop position. We're going to extend our right arm long and our left leg long. And on the inhale, we're going to raise both up. And on the exhale, we're going to crunch in, abs in, belly button to spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. With the spine, think about a cat spine here. Exhale. Moving at your own breath. Really warming up the abs, the spine. Maybe you're feeling it in your shoulders as well. Just really awakening the body. Good. One more time. Plant your right hand down and your left knee down. Now we're going to inhale the left arm out in front of us, right leg back. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. Moving at your own breath. Again, stomach is in. When you're crunching, you're really rounding the spine. And when you're lengthening the spine as well. A couple more. Good, last one. Plant your left hand down, your right knee down. We're going to flip our toes and push back to our first down dog. This is your first down dog of the day, so go ahead and pedal out your feet. Straighten one leg, bend the other. Whatever feels comfortable for you. If you're holding tension in your neck, maybe give a couple yes shakes, a couple no shakes. Releasing that tension. And on your next inhale, rise up on your toes, bend your knees. Hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Gaze goes up towards your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, now we're going to get into a bit of a flow. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. You might want to bend your knees on the way down. Plant your hands on the mat and step back into a high plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga, hugging the arms into the body. And inhale, up dog or cobra. Flip your toes. Exhale, down dog. On your next inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Hugging the arms into the body, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're just going to flow through a couple chaturangas just to warm up the body. On your next inhale, roll forward, high plank. Hugging the arms in, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. One more time, roll forward to a high plank. Exhale, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good job, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel warm. Inhale, rise up on your toes, bend your knees, hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Arms come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathing here. Inhale, arms overhead and swan dive, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step back into a high plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Hips are square here, so we're not opening up in our hips just yet. Bend your right knee, bring it forward, plant your foot in between your hands. We're going to spin our back foot at a 45-degree angle and rise up to warrior one. Hips are square to the front of the mat. If you need to bring your hands to your hips, get them square and then bring your arms up overhead. If you have tight shoulders, you can always bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. Couple breaths. Exhale, bringing our hands to the mat, step back into a high plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Squaring the hips. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring it forward and plant your left foot in between your hands. Spinning our back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Good, again, hips square with the front of the mat, sinking into our front leg. Beautiful. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat, step back to a high plank. Slowly lower down chaturanga. You can bring your knees down to the mat if you'd like to modify. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, rise up on your toes, bend your knees, hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms come overhead, gaze goes up towards the fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Couple breaths here. Inhale, arms overhead, and this time we're going to sink down into our chair. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Sink down even lower. Beautiful. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step back to a high plank. Slowly lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee and bring it forward. Plant it in between your hands. Spin your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. Good. This time, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Draw your hands down your spine, down your tailbone, opening up the chest. Good, and on your next exhale, bow forward, bringing your right shoulder to the inside of the right knee for humble warrior. If you can, try to get your hands away from the body, really opening up the front body here. Good, exhale, release the hands. Bring your left foot to meet your right foot into your chair, arms up. Inhale, all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Good job, guys. We're really warming up the body now. Inhale, arms up, sinking down into our chair. Again, a couple breaths here. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Good. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat and step back into a high plank. Slowly lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, bring it forward and plant it in between your hands. Spinning your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. Good, we've been here before. Bring our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers. Drawing our hands down our tailbone, opening up our chest. On your next exhale, bow forward, bringing our left shoulder to the inside of our left knee. Again, if you can, think about bringing your hands away from the body to get a deeper stretch in the chest, in the shoulders, in the front body. Good, release the hands, step your right foot to meet your left foot, coming into our chair. Couple breaths here. And on your next inhale, rise all the way up. Good, exhale, hands to heart center. Still facing forward, I'm just gonna face you guys right now just to show you what we're doing. We're coming into crescent moon. Inhale, arms overhead. We're gonna interlace our fingers, but release our index fingers, just like that. Inhale, lift up, lift up. And on your next exhale, we're gonna come over to the right. Arms are behind our ears, arms are straight. Stomach is in. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, back to center. Good. Release the hands, but keep them over your head. We're going to sink down into our chair. And now bring your hands to heart center. Coming into a twisted chair. So we're going to twist to the right, bringing our left elbow on the outside of our right knee. Pushing into our hands so that our two hands become one. Good, come back to center. Exhale over to the left, hooking our right knee on the outside of our left leg. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat and step back to your high plank. Go ahead and just push back to a down dog. Got a lot of chaturangas in this class, so we're just pushing back to a down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee and bring it over to the left elbow for a crunch. Good. Inhale back. Exhale, bring your knee over to our right elbow. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring our knee to our nose. Exhale back. Good. This time bringing our knee forward and planting our foot in between our hands. We're going to spin our back foot at a 90-degree angle and cartwheel our hands up to a warrior two. Sinking into our warrior two. Our hips are in line with the side of our mat. We have a front heel to back arch alignment. So look down at your feet and make sure your front heel is perfectly in line with your back arch. Arms are stretching in opposite directions. Gaze comes over our front middle finger. Good. On your next inhale, flip your front palm and reverse your warrior. Left hand comes to our left thigh. Gaze goes up towards the fingertips. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Bend your right arm, planting your right forearm on your right thigh. Scooping our left arm down and up. Beautiful. Gaze goes up towards the thigh, or the sky. Coming back to a warrior two. This time straightening our front leg, reaching forward, and we're going to tip our pelvis like a teapot. We're tipping our water. Come forward for triangle, bringing our right hand on our right shin, or if you're flexible and you can bring it to the ground. And again, gaze goes up towards your left fingertips. micro bend in the front knee. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat for a high plank. Plant our left hand on the mat and inhale the right arm up towards the sky for a high lunge twist. Again, bringing your awareness back to your breath. If you're like me, practicing on a hot day, it can get challenging. Bring your right hand down to the mat. Drop your back knee for a low lunge. You can bring your hands to your thigh. You can bring your hands to your hips, overhead. Whatever is most comfortable for you in your low lunge today. Good. Bring your hands back to the mat. Straighten our front leg for half split. If you want to walk your front heel forward a little bit. I want you to keep the hips over the knee alignment. I don't want you sinking back. This actually gets a greater stretch in your front leg. So that's why we have this half split. Couple breaths. Good. Bend your front leg. Flip your back toes. We're going to step our back foot about halfway. So we just have like a 3 feet distance between our feet here. Coming into pyramid. Keeping our front leg straight if you can. If you can't reach the mat with your legs straight, you can bring your hands to your hips. And your hips too. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Trying to get 2 hips in one line. Think about pulling your right hip back, your left hip forward. Good. On your next exhale, bring your left foot to meet your right foot. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Arms come overhead. Gaze goes up towards your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat and step back to a high plank. This time we're just going to push back to a down dog again. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Bend your left knee and bring your knee over to the right elbow for a crunch. Inhale, back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring our knee over to our left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring our knee to our nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Good. Last time, bend your knee, bring your foot in between your hands. Spin your back foot at a 90-degree angle and cartwheel your arms up to warrior 2. Good work, you guys. Again, having a front heel to back arch alignment. Look down and make sure your feet are aligned. Hips are square with the side of the mat. Arms are stretching in opposite direction. Gaze goes over the front fingertips. Trying to get a 90-degree angle in your front leg. Good. Flip the front palm towards the sky and exhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm comes back on your back leg. Gaze goes up towards the fingertips. Exhale, bend your left arm, planting your forearm on your left leg, scooping our right arm down and up for extended side angle. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten our front leg. We're going to reach forward, again, tipping at our pelvis like a teapot. Reaching forward and come down to triangle. Putting a micro bend in our front knee. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat for a high plank. Plant your right hand on the mat. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Good. Plant your left hand down on the mat. Bring your right knee down to the mat for a low lunge. Again, you can bring your hands to your thigh. If you want to bring your hands overhead, you can. Whatever is most comfortable for you today. Bring your hands to the mat and straighten your front leg. If you can't reach the mat in your half split, you can always bring your hands on your thigh. Whatever is most comfortable for you. If you need to bend your front leg, you can. Working at getting it straight. Good. Bring a bend in our front leg. Flip our back toes. Step your right foot about halfway in. So your feet are about 3 feet distance apart for pyramid. Again, working to get 2 hips in one line. Good. On your next inhale, step your right foot to meet your left foot. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good work, you guys. Coming into a little bit of a cooling sequence. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet to be a little bit wider than hips distance. Coming into ragdoll, you can just grab opposite elbows if you want to sway back and forth. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So whatever is most comfortable for you to work into your tight hamstrings, if you have tight hamstrings, working on getting closer to the ground. Maybe you want to bring a big bend in your knees, whatever feels best today. I love doing forward folds. They're a great mood booster. If you're feeling anxious or depressed, just hang out in a forward fold for a few minutes. It's said to release endorphins, making you feel happy, brings your head below your heart. All inversions are very good for that. Good. Plant your hands on the mat and step back into a high plank. Slowly lower down to the mat, but this time we're coming all the way down to the mat. Bringing our hands behind us, we're coming into locust. So on your inhale, lift everything up. Arms, legs, head, chest. Everything comes up off the mat, sending energy through our fingertips and through our toes. Using our upper body strength to get just a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down on the mat. Bring our left ear to the mat, looking right. your lower back rise and fall. Good. Coming back to center, we're coming into a second set of locust. Again, arms are back, palms are facing the mat. Inhale, lift everything up. Legs, arms, chest, head. Using your upper body to get a little bit higher. Maybe your gaze goes up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down right here on the mat, looking left. Good. Plant your hands on the mat. We're going to push back to a down dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Bend your knee and bring your knee behind your right wrist. We're coming into pigeon. So your right knee is behind your right wrist and your ankle comes over towards the left. Getting situated in your pigeon while you're already lifted. Once you feel good and secure here, you can walk your hands forward. You can stay on your elbows. Or you can bring your forehead down. Check in with your body when you're in this pose. Notice where you're holding any tension. If you're clenching up in your hip joint, maybe it's your jaw that's clenched, your face. Wherever you're holding tension today, send your breath there. Use your exhales to release that tension. Good. On the next inhale, rise up. Plant your hands on the mat. Release your right leg. Push back to a three-legged dog. We're just going to do some hip circles. Releasing that tension from that deep hip stretch. Good. Plant your right leg on the mat. Right foot on the mat. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Bend your left knee. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Ankle comes over towards the right. And we come into our half pigeon. Again, getting situated in the pose while you're rised up. And when you're ready, you can walk your hands forward. Maybe coming onto your forearms. Again, checking in with your body, noticing where you're holding tension, and using your breath to release that tension. Good. Coming up, planting our hands on the mat. Flip our back toes. Push back to a three-legged dog. And again, just do some hip circles, releasing any tension that you built up in that deep hip stretch. Good. Plant your left leg on the mat. Lower your knees down. We're going to bring our feet out in front of us. I'm just facing the side of the mat so you guys can see me. Bringing our feet together, our knees wide for butterfly or Baddha Konasana. Bring your hands to your feet or your ankles, whatever feels most comfortable. Use your inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold forward. You can use your elbows to push your knees down for a deeper stretch. Good. Coming up. Bringing our right leg long, keeping our left leg bent, bringing our foot on the inside of our thigh. Inhale, arms overhead, lengthening your spine. And exhale, fold, reaching for our toes. Janu Sirshasana, or separate leg stretching. We're just here for a few breaths. Just feels good to stretch the hamstrings again. Just cooling down the body. Inhale, rise up. Bringing our left leg long, right foot on the inner thigh. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, fold forward, reaching for our toes. If your left leg is straight, engage your quadricep to loosen up the hamstrings to get a deeper hamstring stretch. And if you can reach your toes, pull your toes back towards your face. It's just a different stretch than when your toes are pointed. Good. Inhale, come back up. Bring both feet out in front of us. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold for our toes. This is Paschimottanasana, or seated forward fold. Good. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, go ahead and lower all the way down. Coming into our final Shavasana. Your feet can come as wide as your mat. Toes flop open. Arms by your side, palms facing the sky. Shavasana is a very important posture. Some people think they can just skip it. They can just turn off the video, they're done. But that's not true. Shavasana is very important. You need to let your body relax and take in all of that work that you just did. So again, in this Shavasana, don't think about what you have to do after class. Don't think about anything that you're rushing off to do. Just be here. Just be present. And focus on your breathing. If you wish to stay in Shavasana, you can. Just stay here. Don't move a muscle. If you're ready to move on with your day, roll over to your right side and just lay in the fetal position. Resting your head on your right arm, maybe keeping your eyes closed still. Your next inhale, push the ground away with your left hand and come up to an easy seated position. Maybe still keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. I hope you guys feel energized and ready to take on the day. If you're doing this practice at night, then I hope you feel nice and relaxed and ready for bed. One thing I do hope that you guys can take being present into your life. Be present in the moment in everything that you are doing. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me. And I hope you have a great day. Namaste. Thank you guys.